It's Victoria Day, and I'm going to piss off a whole bunch of people and ruin your day. I'm going to piss off a bunch of realtors. I'm going to piss off the elbows down crowd. And I'm going to make you question whether you're a real human being or not. Yeah, okay, so there's this popular idea that maybe we're living in the Matrix. Some of us are real people experiencing the Matrix. Some of us are just bots there to fill space. How could you tell the difference between a bot and a real person? Well, the bots will have no memory, no connection to the past, no connection to anything outside of their immediate area. Does that sound like somebody you know? An example of something outside of our immediate area. Japan. As you may or may not know, Japan had a property bubble back here in the 90s. The same thing that drives every bubble. The idea that this is the future. Well, their property values got ridiculous and that bubble popped. But you'll note this. That's the last 10 years. Ever since Justin Trudeau came into office. Japan's become more expensive. Fuck that Justin Trudeau. I mean, for a Canadian Prime Minister and a Canadian political party to make property prices go up in Japan, that's amazing. Just so you know, I have yet to find a country that's gone down over the last 10 years. There may be one out there, but I haven't found one yet. Now, you can be forgiven for not knowing that, even if you're a realtor, but you can't be forgiven for not knowing this because it's on the test to get your license. How to calculate property value based on the income of the property, like rent. I'm not going to get into the process, but long story short, the income of the property can determine the value of the property. Here's an example, a $700,000 mortgage. There's the details, there's the payment, $4,000 a month. So if you have a property that's pulling in about $4,000 a month in rent, what do you think that property is worth? There's a hint. If you want $700,000 for your property, but it can only bring in about $1,000 a month in income, it ain't worth $700,000. Conversely, if your property brings in like $10,000 a month, is it worth $700,000? Oh no, it's worth way more. Sure, we can get into the nitty-gritty details of everything, but the big picture is this. The monthly income will determine the price. What else should realtors know? They should know who controls the rental regime of their province. Because from the Canadian Centre for Housing Rights, they list the provinces and territories because in every province and territory, it's a different regime. So if the provinces control the rent and the rent controls the price, how did you land at the federal government controls the price? The only way you can think that is if you're disconnected from reality. So maybe you're a bot. All right, a little bit more from yesterday's video and more possibility that you're a bot. Elbows up won, eh? You know that, right? Despite headlines like this, elbows down, Prime Minister. And this one, please put your elbows down. Elbows up won. It won a month ago. More than a month ago. This fact sheet is from the White House. What did I say yesterday? I showed you from the RBC, there's a rush to get our goods compliant with CUSMA, or the USMCA, which is what the Americans call it. Because 94% of our products could be USMCA compliant. But that doesn't happen overnight. What does the White House have to say? This means USMCA compliant goods will continue to see a 0% tariff, non-USMCA compliant goods will see a 25% tariff, and non-USMCA compliant energy and potash will see a 10% tariff. So, since 94% of our products can be USMCA compliant, ergo get a 0% tariff from the US, we don't retaliate. Elbows up. Won. The only way you can say that it didn't win is if you are disconnected from reality. If you have no idea about the past and no idea about the present. No idea about anything outside your circle. You're a bot. So as you contemplate your existence, I hope you enjoy this Victoria Day. It's the first long weekend of the summer.